better on my head. My hair looks much better. Oh, good morning, everybody. Hi. Chris Allings, Executive Chef, Papa Kona here, live from Studio D today. Since it's Beef Wellington Day, I figured we have to do it in Studio D because it's just too nice of a day today. So we're going to jump right into this, okay, guys? Beef Wellington. It's one of the classic dishes. Old school. It's simplicity, use of ingredients, and how something comes together in a puff pastry. It's fantastic. I marvel at it. So let's jump right into it. What I've done here, guys, is I've made a little mushroom mixture. Okay, I've taken some mushrooms and I just put them into the food processor. I put a smidgen of garlic and a little bit of onion. You can use shallots if you like. Now, I've already been learning from this being my 940-second video. I turned my things on a little bit early because I want to get a really good sizzle on this, okay? A really good sizzle. So I can already hear it going quite well. So I'm going to just go ahead and take this and put it right into this pan right here. There we go. See and hear it? So what I put it into, guys, is I'm using clarified butter, okay? It's a great medium for this. And I also have some clarified butter in this pan as well. So what we're going to do here is I've got my beautiful filet mignon. So we're getting some beautiful fillets here at Papa Kona. So I figured what better use for them than doing Beef Wellington with them. And hoping we might run this as a special coming up here pretty quick. Pay attention to our website. We'll actually post it there when we're going to run the special, okay? So again, I want to make sure that my heat's really high, and what I'm going to look to do is I'm going to sear this meat, okay? I'm going to sear it. I've already salted it and peppered it. That's what we want to hear. That's why I turned it on early, yeah? So that's going great. Go ahead and just wipe this off really quick. Okay, we'll get ready for building now. I'll bring this up. Okay, and I've got my puff pastry here. I've just got one little piece of puff pastry. Now, puff pastry you can find in any of your markets. You can get it at Safeway. They have it there. It's in the frozen section. You got to be really careful with it. You can see how melty it is right now. So I definitely wouldn't be working with it at that point. Let me turn my attention back to these two dishes really quick. So, a couple of different schools of thought here, guys. So I'm going to be making a Beef Wellington. Normally, traditionally, a Beef Wellington is made with something called foie gras. Foie gras. It goes mushroom duxelle. You put your beef on the... We're going to put our beef down and then a mushroom duxelle. And then you top it with foie gras, and what happens is that duck fat melts into the whole Wellington. It kind of ties it all together. However, I'm a little anti-foie gras. I know I'm standing here cooking beef. I know. It's hard to have one moral dilemma and not another moral dilemma. However, it's my moral dilemma. So if you have it that you like foie gras and you don't have a moral dilemma with it, go ahead. And what that moral dilemma may be, I'm going to make you guys research it on your own, how foie gras is made. You would never eat it either, so I'm sorry. For those of you that are classic French people that insist on having foie gras, pâté, etc., good for you. That's fine. If you like it, go for it. So this we're going to already pull off. That was easy. You guys saw how fast that went, and let's take a look at that. Beautiful color. But you see how fast it went, guys. Now when you push it, it's still very, very soft. It's still very rare, but I seared in those juices. Is kind of my goal there. So let's turn our attention back to our mushrooms. And what we're going to try to get here is, you see how I still have some of that butter in there. I'm going to try and get all that to evaporate out. I might add a little bit too much butter, but oh well. Is there such thing as too much butter? So let's turn our attention here. We're going to deglaze with a little white wine. As per usual, we need to check the quality of our wine. Make sure it's a good vineyard. Make sure Oh, that's so good. That it hasn't turned to vinegar. Very important step, right? And add in just a little bit of wine. So just going to reduce that down a little bit, real quick. Okay. This temperature can go up now. I had actually turned down the temperature, that's why it was taking a little bit slower. So I really want to just cook out all that juice now. You see how wet it is right now? So it's just going to evaporate. If I had more surface area, it'd be quicker. But that's okay. What we'll do is, while that's happening, we'll turn our attention to our sauce. Okay? So what I have here is I've made a, what you call a demi-glace. Demi-glace. How do you make a demi-glace is, again, it's from classic French cuisine. Okay? There's 5 mother sauces. I've already gone over them with you. Okay? Should we go over them again? I think we should. Let's see if you guys get them right, though. Okay? The first one is bechamel. Okay? Which is the milk-based sauce. It's a roux with a milk. Then we have velouté. Okay? Which is a roux with a stock. Okay? Classic tomato. Okay? Which is just basically a tomato sauce. Hollandaise. Okay? Number 4, hollandaise. And that's a butter sauce with egg yolk. And you make a lot of derivatives off of that. And then your 4th one is espagnole. Espagnole. Which is basically a brown... Espagnole on its own cannot be eaten. It needs to go to a daughter sauce, which this here is a daughter sauce. So to make a demi-glace, you make an espagnole first, and then you add a nice rich beef stock to it. It's about equal parts, 1-to-1. You can see the richness to this, okay? It's very rich stock, okay? So my puff pastry here also, let's talk about that really quick while that's coming down in temperature. You see how malleable it is right now? It's almost like pizza dough. Now, if I were to put this in the oven like this, guys, what would end up happening is there's something, if you were to look at it, it's basically a layer of flour, layer of butter, layer of flour, layer of butter. Almost 1,500 layers, okay? So what would happen is your butter in between this layer, if it's not cold enough, it's going to melt before your proteins tighten to hold it in. That's what gives you your lift in puff pastry, okay? That's why normally what I would do after I do this is I'd wrap it and then I'd chill it down in a nice cool oven, cool refrigerator, and make sure that that dough sets nice and firm. Then pop it in. And when you pop this in, go a nice 450 degree oven. We're gonna bake this sucker hot. Hot, 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 okay? Hot, hot, hot. This is looking good. It's still a little bit wet, but you know what? It's gonna be close enough for government work right now, because we gotta get going. We got places to go and people to see. So I'm just gonna go ahead and scoop this right out. Now I'm gonna be building from the bottom side up, basically, okay? The bottom side up. So let me just take this off right now. I'm just gonna scoop it on right now. So the other thing you guys probably might notice, now I'm putting super hot right on my puff pastry. Probably not a great idea. I would normally let my mushroom duxelle, this is actually called a mushroom duxelle, D-U-X-E-L-L-E, duxelle. So if I was doing this the traditional way, I would actually put my foie gras down first, then my mushroom duxelle. I'm going to hit it with that beautiful piece of beef, and then, just like Christmas, I'm going to go ahead and I'll pull some extra off if I got a little bit too much. It's okay. I got my knife here. Just trim off a little of the extra. You don't want it too bready, so you can make some nice little design elements with that. Pinch it all together, pull it up, pinch it all together like such. And then what you do is you just rotate it over the other way, right? Very good. So what you're going to do then is you'll put that right on a baking sheet, and that's going to go into the refrigerator, chill it down till it's nice and cool, okay? And now you're going to pop it into a 450 degree oven. Now, like all classes, we're going to bake it until what? Golden brown and delicious for sure. Now, if you're shooting for a temperature, okay, if you're shooting for a rare, okay, You can probe this internally, okay? You're looking for a rare. If you're looking for a rare, you're looking at about a 125 to 130, okay? And then you're going to be at a nice rare. If you're looking for a little bit more, you're looking at about 130, 135 for a little bit more to the medium side, yeah? Okay, that's all up to personal preference. Personal preference. I'm hoping that I nailed it with mine. So we'll go ahead and put this right down here. And through the magic of TV, we're going to put it in the oven down here. Voila! Whoa, look at that, there, boys and girls. Isn't TV fantastic? So this is what we're looking for. Notice that beautiful golden brown and delicious on the exterior there, yeah? So what we're going to do is we're just going to plate this bad boy up right now. And Chef is going to get to enjoy. I should have said, oh, I did. I saved some extra wine. I don't need extra wine today. I'm okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to lay our sauce down on the plate. Oh yeah. So a couple people had mentioned that they were going to watch this video and they had wanted actually a béarnaise sauce to go with, which I must say I'm a big fan of béarnaise sauce. And since I actually have these beautiful fillets in, maybe next week we'll do a class on a hollandaise to a béarnaise. Okay, I can show you both those mother sauces, and I'd actually just put that béarnaise right straight away over a piece of fillet straight. So that might be a fun class to do. So here's what we'll do right now. Just like so. We'll put our beautiful puff pastry down. I did a little decorative flower and it actually poofed up a little bit too high. But you can notice my little leaf here. It actually kind of looks like a snake biting 3 different things now, but that's just my artistic endeavor, I guess. So we'll, I did have a handy dandy little fork here somewhere. Oh yeah, here we go. Come here. Let's go. Let's cut into this bad boy. Oh yeah. So this one went to a little bit more well done on the inside. A little bit more to the medium well. Let's taste this. Get a big piece of mushroom and everything all in one bite. Oh yeah. Oh my God. It's just so fantastic. The tenderness of the beef with that bread, and the bread is so buttery. It's so buttery and delicious. It just works. The mushroom duxelle actually brings a nice earthiness to the dish. It's fantastic. So once again, guys, keep an eye on our webpage. We'll be announcing if we are going to do this as a special. It would be definitely a special night to have this for service. So once again, always check our website for everything that's going on here. A lot of things happening here at Papa Kona Restaurant, papakona.com. So once again, beautiful Ineo Bay, come down and visit us. Drinks, we're going Wednesday through Sunday from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. So come on down. This is where the party starts, okay? Mahalo. We'll see you next Wednesday, 10 a.m.